The product link is in the description. Most of us go looking for the single best camping stove, but that search usually ignores the physical laws of gear design. Standard reviews often group 3-ounce titanium trail burners with 5-pound tabletop units as if they belong in the same pack. In reality, every stove design prioritizes either physical lightness or thermal performance, and moving toward one almost always sacrifices the other. By mapping stoves on these axes, culinary power against portability, we can see how different designs serve different logistical needs. Small trail stoves sit in the top left. They are easy to carry, but they offer very little in terms of cooking control. The Gas One dual-fuel unit sits in the bottom right, prioritizing high-output cooking over every aspect of portability. Gaining that level of heat and stability requires a chassis that simply cannot be compressed or lightened. Success in the field comes from matching the stove's physical architecture to the specific weight and space limits of your trip. This tan tabletop unit uses a wide, rigid frame that creates a stable footprint on any flat surface. That rigid metal stance allows the burner to safely support heavy, full-sized cast iron or large stock pots. However, because the box is unyielding, it claims a permanent large volume of space in a vehicle or storage bin. The internal mechanics are designed to scavenge from two entirely different fuel types. If you can't find butane, you can attach this silver external regulator to run the system off a standard propane tank. Choosing that versatility means you have to store and protect this metal regulator arm whenever the stove is packed. There is also a significant jump in volume and weight when moving from these small butane cans to steel propane cylinders. This chart shows that while butane pressure drops significantly at freezing, propane continues to flow, making it the more reliable fuel for cold weather trips. Relying on that dual fuel capability buys you resilience in the cold, but it results in a heavier and more cluttered gear bin. An 8,000 BTU burner is built for high thermal density and rapid heat recovery. That output allows you to sustain an even sear across a heavy griddle, even when cooking thick cuts of meat. This wide burner head avoids the pinpoint hotspots that typically cause food to burn in the center of the pan on smaller stoves. But high heat requires massive fuel input. Running this burner on high depletes a standard 8-ounce butane canister in under an hour. For any trip lasting more than a day, that consumption rate makes the heavier 1-pound propane tanks almost mandatory. High culinary performance is only an advantage if your vehicle payload can support the fuel reserves needed to feed it. To make the right choice, you have to look at the logistical reality of how you travel. We map this against two distinct camping styles. For overlanding, tailgating, or home emergency prep, weight is secondary to reliability. This unit excels in these stationary environments. But for backpacking or fly-in trips, the rigid chassis and heavy fuel make it a poor choice. This stove is designed as a stationary logistical anchor, not a lightweight travel companion. By accepting the loss of portability, you gain a weather-agnostic kitchen that matches the reliability of your stove at home. Evaluate your cargo space and your typical trip duration before committing to this much output. The product link is in the description.